una de las marcas más elegidas por los argentinos.
Welcome to us. 矛盾だらけの世界をその手で打ち放て
眠ってた僕になれたかな取り替えれないとこまで来たみたい自分の足で二段飛ばしてそもっと先へかけていける
next time.
Hello gamers, thank you for tuning into BQT tournaments. I hope you guys enjoyed the intro video of all the staff playing Osu Memories. I am Nambulance. I am joined today by none other than Il Onion, aka Ellie.
Hello everyone, how are you guys doing?
Bro, you sound kind of forced in enthusiasm, I swear to God.
Either way, we are here for the Mappool showcase for group stages, and also coming up afterwards is the group stage. The group stage drawings, I believe.
Yeah, and so with the drawings, we basically randomly sort you guys into different groups where you'll play this group stage map pool this weekend. But without further ado, why don't we jump straight into it, because I'm pretty sure they're all interested in seeing the pool itself.
Alright, let's start with No Mod 1.
Alright, number one, Mimi's Mr. Darling, the Light Insane difficulty. Being mastered by X Happy. It is the consistency no mod for this pool, coming in at AR of 8.4, CS 3.8. The length is just under 4 minutes at 355, as well as a BPM of 163.
It is on the slightly low side for a No Mod 1. It is quite a simple map actually, just a normal consistency map that you play for 4 minutes. See if you have the stamina for that.
Yeah, not just stamina though, as well as concentration, especially to keep your accuracy up on some of these notes.
It is decently slow song, but not as slow as some of the other ones coming up into the pool, so they're gonna have to concentrate even more on those, if I'm being honest.
But yeah, the chorus section here is just more sliders, along with some short bursts as well, mixed into it. Nothing too out of the window for a No Mod 1 consistency. He's asking if we can make it a little louder. Like just a touch.
A little louder?
Yeah, just a touch. Also, please stop with the copy pasta, please.
Oh, that copy pasta.
Yeah, that copy pasta.
Why is that a thing? I have no idea. As you can see, the map is quite simple. There is a timing section here, a rhythm section, that you might have to look out for. It should not be too bad though.
Oh yes, the smiley face to add to the bonus. I believe the Amy section in the final course is a bit more intense compared to the other aiming sections you would see, but it's not like a huge difficulty increase. Maybe increase the volume of our voices a little. But yeah, that is Nomad 1, Mr. Darling.
As we move on to Nomad 2, which is Z's or Zai's .357 Magnum.
Map coming in, 178 BPM, 3.79 stars in rating, just under 2 minutes in length. It is going to be AR8 though, however, and it is the burst-focused nomad of this pool.
It sits at 178.5 BPM CS for AR, I believe, AR 8.0, as you said before.
Yeah.
It might not what most people consider to be best, but it is quite sort of, if you can stream fast enough, you might even consider it finger control heavy.
Yeah, especially since you have certain elements mixed to it, such as some flow aim, some are ping sliders, there's also some alternating actually patterns in here as well. So it's like a combination of everything, but the aim of this map is, as we said multiple times, burst focused. An increase in the bursts at the end, you see the triple bursts, some alternating patterns. This might be, I would say maybe it might be a bit of a difficult map for first-time tournament players, but if you practice this, this should not be too bad to FC in my opinion.
No. As we move on to Nomad 3, this is the first not a hero map.
Ah yes, he always needed a hero map in the pool. In this case, it is Toreka, a beat map set by Jonathan LFJ, a pretty well-known mapper in the mapping community.
This map is 3.88 stars with a BPM of 256. This is the alternating map. So you're either single tapping 256 BPM or alternating 128. That is up to you. The length is actually longer than the Nomad 1 that we had before, sitting at 4 minutes and 18 seconds in length. The CS for this map is 4.0, with the AR being 8.
But yeah, as Ellie has mentioned before, you can either alternate this map, which is completely doable, or as you've seen this replay, single tap it. For those fast single tappers out there, this map might be the map for you, despite being well, probably a bit slower than usual, I would say. I'll say the difficulty with this will probably be more on the aiming side, where you have to like aim for the slider heads. It's like a mix of flow aim as well as some of that slider aim, but that some people might not be used to actually.
As for the comment about not every map being a ranked map, we do not care whether a map is ranked or not. We will not go intentionally looking for unranked maps, but there will be a few in the coming pools.
Yeah, as long as the map does test the skill that we wanted to test, and the map being timing and all that stuff is to standard, it's a completely reasonable map to put in the map pool. I mean, a lot of the common maps that you see in high rank tournaments are actually graveyard maps. Please don't nuke my house, that's not environmentally friendly, Tiny Taco. Yeah, a lot of flow in this last part, so if you like over aim or under aim your cursor a bit too much, then you will easily miss a lot of these notes. It is a common mistake that I've seen in a lot of actual high tourney play as well, so it's not just you guys that have to face this problem.
Also, that doubles pattern that you just saw just comes out of nowhere, so be prepared for that.
But yeah, this is actually a pretty nice sounding Nanihiro map, I will not lie. One of the few out there.
There's the rare few. There's the rare few. Next we move on to Nomad 4. Mimi featuring Hatsune Miku, the song name I Know Tsukima.
It is, 1 minute 30 seconds in length, 204 BPM, AR is 9, however, so, and this will probably be the only AR9 map in the Nomad map pool.
This map is 4.06 stars. With a BPM of 204, this mainly focuses on the flow aim aspect, or the flow aim skill, so
yeah, in a way, it's kind of like the flowing that you've seen in a lot of the other Nomad maps that we've showcased already, so it's, I guess, similar in a sense, but this one is more sped up though. Oh yeah, the series of repeating sliders. If you move your cursor a bit too much on those, that's the easy slider break right there.
despite this map being only 500 combo, this map is actually not too easy to FC.
Yeah, and because it's short, in Scorpio 2, since score is normalized to 1 million, if you do break on this map, you're basically losing like hundreds of thousands of points for your team especially, so no pressure.
No pressure. As we move on to the hidden pool, the first map is 1OK Rocks. Mikanse Kokyo Kyoku. Okay, that is
There
a tongue
you
twister.
go. You got it, there you go.
I got it.
But yeah,
This map
this is hidden consistency. Starting at 3.75. BPM at 195. Length is under 3 minutes at 245. AR is 8.1, CS 3.8. So this will be about ARA consistency. So yeah, right there, the repeats are to 2 notes that are like at the corner right there. It might be a bit of a difficult aiming section if you're like sight reading this map or not used to it.
Though in a tournament, you should never ever really be sight reading anyway.
Nah, sight reading is always the best play you actually get in a map anyways. Or it could just be like me and never practice, and then just practice the day of. It also kind of works. But if you notice, there are some overlaps, but not too many, and the overlaps don't really last that long anyways. But to someone who never plays hidden or is not used to hidden, it could cause a bit of a reading problem. But all in all, the map is pretty much straightforward consistency. The ending right there is a bit of a sort of reading section.
It is sort of, yes. I agree.
Yeah, it's gonna take some practice to nail that, in my opinion.
Unless you're fluent on the hidden mod already, it will take some time to be able to FC that. As we move on to hidden 2, this is Leafs, Alice in Misanthropy, Ensei Elise. This is the reading hidden map of this pool. It is very rhythmically challenging, I'd say, and also the patterns are quite difficult. This is despite being at 3.57 stars and sitting at a 172 BPM. The length of this map is 2 minutes and 6 seconds, with a CS of 4 and AR of 8.
Yeah, although there's some pretty straightforward sections, there are some sections like in the beginning that, as Ellie has mentioned, that are rhythmically challenging. But I mean, jumps like these are pretty much free combo for a lot of people. It's like usually in the middle half, or the second half of the map where things get a bit more interesting in terms of the rhythm. As you see right there, you have a double that just comes out of nowhere.
And that build-up that leads into nothing.
Come on, I'll build up at least to something at least. Oh yeah, right there. That is a timing section. Not your usual slider flow thing where you would just time notes one after the other without really caring much about the rhythm. This one you would have to actually kind of practice a little bit, because even to most people that know the hidden map pretty well, timing those notes in itself is another thing.
Also note the last 10 seconds of this map, as we are getting up to it very, very shortly.
Yeah, another one of those unusual slider patterns. You'll have like about 3 to 4 of those in this map, so I suggest like identifying them and just practicing those areas to try to get the timing down. You might have to like autoplay at times as well to try to see how the autoplayer actually does it. But yeah, that sums up the hidden mod pool for the group stages. I think it's time we move to Hard Rock now.
Let's move on to Hard Rock with the Hard Rock consistency. This is Senya's Shinkai Yori Ai or Komete. Beat map, or the beat set, is made by Mo, and the difficulty name is Hard. This map is a 3.81 star map, sitting at 160 BPM, so quite a few of those in this pool. Its length is at 2 minutes and 52 seconds with a CS of 5.2, an AR of 10, OD 8.4, HP 8.4.
Yeah, the OD being 8.4 makes this map actually a bit more easier to act for, especially people that are not really like comfortable with the Hard Rock mod. But even still, that the challenge of this map is obviously the small CS, the high AR 10. But other than that, the map, as you said, it is straight up consistency, kind of similar to other things you will see in other maps in this pool. But at the moment, you see pretty much just slider, like just flowing, with a burst mixed in there and there.
One common strategy for a lot of tournament players or tournament teams is to jump straight from a low AR or low BPM pick to one that is extremely high AR or extremely high BPM, just to be able to throw off their opponents, especially if you're able to capitalize on the third player that you might have. then they could be practicing the map and they could be ready for it, whilst your opponents might not be.
Yeah, I can confirm that actually. I mean, I literally participated in the match today, and that is kind of what happened to us. But we failed because the other team did better. But yeah, one common way of practicing for hard rock maps that, if you're not used to hard rock that is to play the map actually with the halftime mod, so you actually know where the notes are and you can try to practice some of that cursor control that you would see in CS 5.2. Like after you play with the halftime mod, then just jump straight to the actual map itself. It should make the experience a bit easier, in my opinion.
As we go to Hard Rock 2 now, this is another Camellia map. Towards the horizon. This is a finger control type of... a finger control type of Hard Rock map, sitting at the star rating of 3.78, BPM of 154.4, and a length of 1 minute and 50 seconds. CS 5.3, AR 10, OD 8.8, and HP 7.1.
Yeah, if you look at the stats, it is actually a bit smaller than the usual standard CS 5.2 for Hard Rock maps. OD is the same as Hard Rock 1, so again, this should make it a bit easier to act, but given that it's finger control Hard Rock, in general, finger control maps are difficult to act for a lot of tournament players, even in the higher ranked tournaments too.
Something to just keep a note of whilst you're practicing this map. The sliders are relatively slow in comparison to the speed that you need to actually move towards them. So you will need to slow down once you actually get to the sliders in this map.
Yeah, this definitely will test the cursor control that typically you would test for Hard Rock and that I mentioned in Hard Rock 1. Oh yeah, the doubles, triples for the sliders are huge accuracy killers and combo breakers. Especially when I used to Hard Rock, because one thing that a lot of new players would experience is finger locking. Like, you may be able to hit these patterns in just no mod, but when you do Hard Rock, because of the high AR, you kind of tend to want to react to it quickly, and it will just lead you to playing not as naturally as you would play no mod. Yeah, generally Towards the Horizon is used as a, how do I say, more of a technical type of map, I suppose, for high-ranked tournaments. And it has those maps have a lot more finger control. This is a pretty basic introduction to that.
Now we are done with the Hard Rock pool. We will move on to the double time with the first song, Suzuki Konomi. This game, as you should all know, or most of you would know, from No Game No Life, this map is at the star rating of this map is 3.81 stars, sitting at a 220.5 BPM and is about almost 3 minutes long. CS of this map is 3.5 and the AR is AR9.
But as you can probably tell by just from the beginning part, you could classify this as a faster nomad one. A flow aim type of map as well. You'll see pretty much some doubles and triples. Yeah, fun fact about the current replayer, he single taps over 300 BPM. Absolutely insane player, DT1 trick. but I don't see him single tapping this. I mean, he's ulting the burst as well. That's kind of disappointing.
There are a few of the alt patterns here and there that are spaced throughout the map, with a bit of flow aim in there as well.
Yeah, some of the sliders are actually not like, timed perfectly to the beat in the way you want it to. So sometimes you may have to click early or click a bit later than you would usually do. Not in a section like this though. This one's pretty much straightforward timing.
That is DT1. DT2 now. That is Rin Ayakashi Set 12, another Border of Light. This beat map set has been made by Pishifat, so yes, this is a Pishifat map. It is the hard difficulty, though, of this set.
But yeah, the map coming in at just a slimmer under 200 BPM at 199.5. CS is again 3.5, same thing as D21. The AR does go to 9 as well after DT modifications. The map is actually pretty short though, at 1 minute and 37 seconds of drain time. This is the finger control DT of the map. A lot of slider, circle slider patterns. And even though the BPM is 200, the mapping is as if it's 100 BPM.
Unless you're single tapping, like this replay is doing. But a lot of you will be finding it easier to alternate some of these patterns instead of single tapping them.
Yeah, some overlapping patterns as well. The 2 sliders to single notes. I saw a couple of those, and this section right here with the doubles after sliders is an accuracy killer. I suggest practicing that extensively. I don't know. I anticipate probably a lot of combo gaming to happen with this specific map, in my opinion at least.
As we move on to FreeMod 1, the consistency FreeMod map. This is Passcode Ray, with the beat map set being by Akitoshi. Remember, with FreeMod, at least one of the 2 players have to play with either Hidden or Hard Rock.
Yeah, Pascal Ray is a pretty well-known map actually. The hardest difficulty at 6.35 stars is played by a lot of people and very aim intensive with the jumps to string transitions to sliders. But we're not doing 6.35 stars, we're doing 3.72 stars. The BPM of this map is at 196. CS is once again at 3.5. Although the map is AR8. And so this means that either you choose to play the map with AR8 hidden, or you would opt to the AR10 with the Hard Rock. However, if you apply the Hard Rock modifier to this map, the CS will not be 5.2. I believe it will be around 4.4, 4.5. So it is still a bit simple to aim, I would say. Although it's still a bit more challenging, regardless. By the way, are they allowed to do easy on the free mod maps?
Yes, I believe so. I have forgotten if there was a multiplier, and if there is, what the hell the multiplier is.
Yes, what the hell is the multiplier? Please inform us. Although if you're gonna go with Hard Rock, you're gonna have to time some of those fast doubles and triple bursts, and repeating sliders as well. So this may be a map that a lot of players would opt to go hidden on, especially if you're just starting with tournament maps.
Hidden is a modification that is much easier to pick up early than later in comparison to Hard Rock, actually. No, DT cannot be used as a modification. Hidden, Hard Rock, and Easy are the current known ones that are available to you.
I mean, even if DT is a modification, a possible modification, why would you go DT on a 3.7 star map as a player in this rank range?
You're asking about if Sarada is asking about the DT section of the Mappool. Yes, there is a DT section. Yes, you missed it.
You can always just watch back the Mappool showcase to see it, or you can practice the maps yourself once we have the Mappool released.
We will now move on to the last free mod 2, which is Fractal Dreamers. The name of the song is Celestial Horizon. Without the Hard Rock modification, this is a 3.660 star map sitting at 200 BPM, so very similar to the 196 of Passcode's Ray. The length of this map is 2 minutes and 15 seconds. CS 3.0 AR 8.5. This map is quite a short one. There are lots of repeating sliders, and again, like DT2, a lot of slider to circle to slider patterns. You could say that this map is actually a hard rock favored map just because of the amount of overlaps that there are going to be with the largest circle size if you go for no mod or hidden, which might cause some reading difficulty within the map. As we enter into the slow section of this map after the slider, you're gonna have to watch out and make sure you time these sliders correctly. Much easier to do with hard rock if you can read AR10 than hidden with AR of 8.5. As we now move on to the final map of this Mappool showcase, the tiebreaker map.
Yeah, tiebreakers are generally supposed to be the longest map of a specific map pool. In this case, it is 5 minutes and 12 seconds of drain time. The map is 765 Pro All-Stars Masterpiece, 4.13 star map at 120 BPM. I believe this is the slowest map in the entire map pool. CS4 AR of 8.5. This, as I said before, is very slow, but it's not finger control. You'll have some slow streams and dual patterns, and some pretty long jumps as well. Kind of like a rhythm-based map per se.
Trust me when we say this is actually one of the harder maps in the pool. If you are able to stream at this level of BPM, oh, grats to you, man.
Although, would you call it streaming at this sort of BPM? If you're not used to like slow beacon type of patterns, then this might be a difficult tiebreaker. Especially with the triples, if you're too used to like the fast BPN sort triples, you might have trouble like acting with those patterns. And there's also those slow jumps that you might have seen already. Even though you have enough time to aim for those, you might have timed it wrong actually. Especially if you're like not used to the map structure in its entirety.
This is a map that, if you don't practice, which a lot of tournament players make a mistake of not practicing tiebreakers, this map will catch you off guard. And you will not be doing well in comparison to someone who has practiced.
All in all, the tiebreaker does have a good mix of all the elements, basic elements of OSU mapping, streams, bursts, aim, and tiebreakers are pretty much put in there to test basically how consistent are you in all these skills in general.
Watch out for the long streams. One of them has already passed. I believe there's one coming up right now.
Yeah.
You might be tempted to stream too quickly, or what they call overstream this map. That is a lot of accuracy tanking being done if you manage to do that.
Yeah, trust me when I say that it is a common occurrence in every tournament. So, I mean, completely reasonable if you do it, but just kind of not favorable for your team in general. Especially with the accuracy being such a key part in Score v2 scoring. Oh yeah, another one of those long streams. But yeah, if the tiebreaker is a resident sleeper, we apologize. But you ought to play it.
We will now actually move on to the Mappool onto the group stage drawings very, very soon. Once that is all set up, I believe that is happening very, very soon. How we have split this is that there will be 4 groups of 4 being split among the bottom, middle, I believe high and top seeds, with four teams in each of those seeds. We will be drawing them out into their separate groups, so you will be able to see this live on stream. Which group you are going to be in. We will start off with the bottom seeds and then make our ways to the top. So for the bottom seeds, there are Snow Leopard, Fruit and Nico, TLM, and also one of the free-player teams. Free-player team 2 is in this bottom seed. Should we get rolling the ambulance?
Yeah, why not? Let's make them, let's not make them wait any longer now. Let's see which team the roulette will land on first. And yes, everybody has the American flag because why not?
The American flag represents either the team with the most, or the flags represent the teams with the most, with that country having the most amount of players. For example, Free Player Team 2 having, I believe, 2 Americans. Either that, or if there is one of each, then it will be the captain's flag.
But yeah, as we say, that Free Player Team 2 will be sorted into Group A. So they're the lone team in Group A at the moment. We'll have to continue doing the drawings to see which teams will join them in that specific group.
Do you want to introduce the team specifically now, Gilles?
For Free Player Team 2?
Yes.
Yeah, Free Player Team 2 is a 2-player team consisting of Simone28 and Cantus. Both players are above 300k in rank. So this would seem that they might be one of the weakest teams, but who knows? They could be a dark horse in the tournament.
We will have to see about that as we go into the next team. Who will be the first in Group B? That will be the Snow Leopards.
Yeah, Snow Leopards are a 3-player team consisting of Gimmelix, Snowofficial, and Plywood. All 3 players are averaging around 230k in ranking. So this, even though the rankings say they're like one of the stronger teams per se, they could, you know, actually, I don't even know what to say, to be honest.
They could be the ones to upset a few teams, to say the least.
Yeah, that's all I was going to say. Thank you, Ollie.
As we have the third team going into Group C, that will be TLM.
Seeded 15 in average ranking, 2-player team consisting of Cohen and Nindadog. Cohen does have a rank of 159k, but Nindadog has a rank of 349k, which would explain why they are seeded 15th in the average rankings. So look out for a possible carry type of team, with Cohen possibly carrying the load for the team.
And we have the final bottom seed going into Group D, that is Fruit and Mango. Fruit and Nico, not Fruit and Mango, my bad.
I have a mango. But yeah, anyways, Fruit and Nico, 2-player team consisting of Fruit Basket and Nico Mimi. Fruit Basket is a rank at 150k, one of the highest ranked players in the tourney right now. Nico Mimi, on the other hand, is ranked on the opposite end of the spectrum at 321k. So it's another one of those possible carry sort of teams that may pull off some upsets in the tournament.
As we will now move on to the middle seed, the people that are seeded 9th to 12th. The 4 teams that are there are Nekomiku, Truly Unstable, Free Player Team 1, which is the other 3-player team, and team called The Unknown.
I like that team name actually. Unknown. Makes me, anticipate some possible good action from that team. But yeah, let's get into the drawing, shall we?
There were 4 American flags last time. Now there's 3 American flags and 1 Canadian one. As we stop for the first team, The Unknown, which is spelt incorrectly.
But yeah, they will be in Group A with Free Player Team 2. The Unknown is a two-player team consisting of Alexo and Dramatic Guy 124. Dramatic Guy 124 being the higher ranked player at 210.9k, whereas Alexo is at a rank of 240.56k.
I believe we are having some volume issues right now. I'll just turn us up a little bit more. As we move on to the next team, who will be joining SL. Let's see who will that be.
Let's see, Truly Unstable. Truly Unstable being seeded 10th in the average rankings. Three-player team consisting of Legal Rice, 1-2 Amine, and Kuma Bunny. Kuma Bunny being the highest ranked player among the three players in that team at 153k. Whereas Legal Rice and 12 Amine, why am I saying this? 12 Amine. Okay, ignore my pronunciation. But anyways, both those players are at 299k and 274k respectively.
As we move on to Group C, who will be joining TLF? That will be Free Play Team 1.
Yeah, Free Play Team 1, seeded 11th in the average rankings. Three-player team consisting of Kiem SNEH47 and Cheerful YT. Cheerful YT being the highest ranked player, well, lowest ranked player at 309k. You have Snell at 230k and Kiem, the highest player in that team, at 200k. And I think there's just one more team left, right?
There is one more team left. There is the Canadian team in this group, which is Nekumiku.
Yeah, Nekumiku will be joining, what's the team they're joining in Group D again?
What team are they joining?
Yeah, is it for Nico?
They are joining Fruta Nico, yes.
Alright, I got that. The Nekumiku, three-player team consisting of Shizuka the cat at 233k, Kurisu 1978 at 251.5k, and Asahida, the potential carry of this team, at 191k. And with that, that should round up the second group of teams. And let's move on to the next set.
As they should be loading in pretty soon. There are another 4 teams. There is the Circle Click Temp, Page 2 Countries, the Pog Champions, and Missing Jumper being seeded 5th to 8th.
Those are some very interesting team names, I'll say. Very creative, I'll give you guys that.
Now, in the bottom seeds there were 4 American flags. In the low seeds, or the middle seeds I should say, there were 3, now there are 2. So is it just going to keep decreasing as the rounds, or as the seeds go on?
Hey man, we need some diversity amongst the top seeds at least. Thankfully we have just 2 American flags. I think the other 2 are European countries if I'm not mistaken.
Ukraine and Latvia, they are both European countries, yes. As we see who will be joining Free Player Team 2 and Truly Unstable, that will be the Pog Champions.
Yeah, I hope that they play as their team name states. But yeah, the Pog Champions is seeded 7th in average ranking. Battle of 3 at 215k, Konami Osu 171.7k, and Spooky Oval at 318k. So you can expect to see a lot of showings for Battle of 3 and Konami Osu for this team, along with Spooky Oval possibly substituting in for certain maps.
We will see who will now join Group B. That would be Page 2 Countries.
Yeah, Page 2 Countries seeded 6th in average ranking. A team consisting of tournament players that I actually know personally. I've seen them in 6-digit tournaments. Necroplex at 184.7k, Comfort Gate at 258.794, and yes, I'm saying it, at 191.7k. But as I said before, these are experienced 6-digit tourney players, so you can expect them to be one of the possible favorites for, BQT crown.
Alright, we will see who will be joining TLM and Free Player Team 1. That will be the Circle Click Temp.
Yeah, Circle Click Temp. See this fifth? 3-player team consisting of Is That Decay at 174.7k, Sarada at 198.78k, and Dark Ninja 1296 at 341.6k. So as before with POC Champions, you could probably expect to see a lot of Is That Decay and Sarada in your matches versus the specific team.
The Dark Ninja might just have a few pocket picks of its own that you might not be expecting. So ensure that you do watch out for that. As we get onto the final team, who will be joining Group D.
I believe that's Missing Jumper if I'm not mistaken.
Is that Missing Jumper? Did I stuff something?
Yeah, on screen you see the team captain Kocha, the one-man team.
Yep, the one-man team. That is my bad. That is Missing Jumper, not Kocha. Kocha is the team captain of this team, I believe.
That is correct. He is also at rank 230k, and Missing Jumper is a 2-player team. The second player being Sanduha with a whole bunch of numbers I will not recite on stream. His rank is 187.6k. Kocha is a well-versed tourney player in 6 digits, so here's another potential carry that you guys might have to watch out for.
As we will move on to the top seeds, which should be showing up very, very shortly. Unless they're not. Hold on a sec. There it should be. Nope, not yet.
We are waiting. That's a long waiting time for 4 flags.
There
we go. Wow, diversity here. I like it.
One American flag. The rest are all Asian, but...
I mean, your theory is still correct regardless. We have went down to the American flags.
Filipino, I believe that's Hong Kong and Taiwan.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, Hong Kong and Taiwan.
Okay, for the 4 teams that we have, which are the top seeded teams, we have IDK, a name. So clearly they couldn't decide on a team name. Nam's Victims, SS Scuffed, and Grin's Little Weebs.
Just saying, I had no part in that team name that you saw called Nam's Victims. I don't even know who the heck those 3 players are, but it is what it is, I guess.
Alright, we will see who will be joining in Group A. Will we have an all-American group? Nope, that will be Nam's Victims.
Oh no, my team. Okay, yeah, Nam's Victims. Seeded number 2 in average rankings. Team consisting of people I personally staffed with actually in a 6-digit tournament. Nash Shift at 155k, Shina Zone 154k, and Chiga 444 at 154.775k. You could say that this team is a high favorite to win the tour based on ranking and experience alone. However, that doesn't necessarily mean that you have a very, very small chance of winning. Every team has an equal chance of winning in this tournament, regardless of seeding. It all comes down to what happens during the actual match.
Alright, let's move on to Group B. We will see who will be joining them. It's going to be IDK and Name, so those are the top 2 seeds out of the way.
Yeah, I'm sorry if you have to face any of those top 2 seeds. But yeah, IDK and Name, seed number 1 in average rankings. Hunter, HD360, and Co. both are at 150k rank, respectively. The huge favorite to win this tournament.
They should be a bit higher now that ranking has been locked about a week ago, actually. So, definitely one of the favorites to win the tournament, I agree. Let's move on to Group C. There are 2 teams left. We have SS Scuffed and Grin's Little Weebs. Let's see which groups they will be joining.
Okay, will we see a 4 American flag group? Again, we have a second chance.
We
Praise the Lord.
That is
Grin's Little Weebs will be the group, the team joining Group C. C the fourth, team consisting of Polytoad, who you probably would have seen in a lot of recent BQT Battle Royales, a Sire XS at 300k, and Diminished 402 at 153k.
And we have the final team of this tournament, who will be joining in Group D.
I believe that team is SS Scuffed, seeded 3rd in average rankings, a team consisting of Mad Peach, Clueless Life, and Kavit Bop, 3 players that I think a lot of people would know who they are by now, per se. All 3 players are under 200k in ranking. Clueless Life and Kavit Bop are pretty close to ranking 157k and 158k. Another possible favorite to win this entire thing.
And that will be the conclusion of this Mappool showcase and group drawings. We will see you all next week. Good luck in practicing and your matches. If you really want to go out and protest, you can do so for the Black Lives Matter movement. Just don't break anything, don't commit any crimes. Yeah. Anything else to say, Ambulance?
We'll also be releasing schedules now that we finalized the groups, so be on the lookout for those. And if the times do not fit for one team or both teams, please follow the rescheduling rules, and hopefully we will see some good matches this weekend. I'm pretty excited to see what all these teams can bring onto the table.
Same here. Alright. See you guys later. Have fun.
Yep, have fun.